What's up, everybody? Season over, done in the books. One last game to play. I'm gonna get to this in a second. I got everything written down here. I guess I haven't made a video in a few weeks. I don't know if anybody was actually missing them, so I don't think anybody might have been actually even watching them. That's why I kind of stopped making them. But Aaron asked me to make a video this week, so since someone asked, I will make one. Alright, I'm going to get to it. I got 2 pages here. Look at this. 2 pages worth of crap to go over. I'm not going to go over any trophies because I don't care about those. Forget about them. They're done. Alright, I'm going to go over the standings, where we're all sitting at right now. And through 12 weeks of hard-nosed fantasy football, I'm going to go over all the possible ways of people getting into the playoffs and such, because it gets a little tricky. Alright, we're sitting at Good Guys Division, our overall win leader, Al, at 9-3, with 1,299 points. Me sitting at 2 in the division, at 6-6, with 1,317.9 points. Joe in third, with also a 6-6 record, with 1,201.6 points. Beef in fourth, with a 5-7 record, with 1,126.5 points. And Danny, he got a win. I haven't made a video in a few weeks. Danny got a win, thanks to Joe going to Days of the Dead and completely forgetting to field a team. He had like 4 guys in a bye week, and Danny got a win. So Danny's 1-11 with 848 points. All right, Bad Guys Division. Aaron the comeback kid, he is 8-4, 1,313.9 points. Also, Aaron wanted me to mention this. Aaron is currently on a 7-game winning streak. So the last time I made a video, Aaron was in last place, and he went from 1-4 to 8-4. That's pretty impressive. So there you go, Aaron. I made sure everybody knew. Rick is in second with 7-5 record, and the overall points leader with 1,393.9 points. Kenny's in third with a 7-5 record with 1,186 points. That's a discrepancy. I mean, that's over 200 points between third and second place in that division, but the wins are the same. Crazy, right? Steve, the last time I did a video, Steve was in first place. And that's no longer the case. Steve is now in fourth place with a 6-6 record with 1,257.3 points. And Adolfo is in last place, 5th place, with a 5-7 record and 1,250 points. 1,250.3. Alright. That's where we're all standing at. Now to get to it. Alright. Who's making the playoffs? How it works, we're not doing divisions. Divisions don't mean anything except if you win your division, you get the bye week. That's all it really comes down to. Win your division, you have to have the most wins, and or if you're tied with the guy in second place, you have to have more scored points than him. Simple, right? So that's the only thing that matters with getting the bye week. Other than that, it's going to go over with overall whoever has the most wins, and if it comes down to ties, it's going to be the most points. That's who gets in. Divisions are kind of meaningless when the playoffs are concerned, at least. All right, so Al and Aaron, regardless of what happens, Al and Aaron are both in, and Al for sure is getting a bye week. All right, Al and Aaron are both in. All right, so now, and Rick, basically Rick's in as well. If he gets the bye week, okay, if he wins, if Rick is playing Aaron right now, second, he's in second, Aaron's in first, and if Rick wins, Rick's already got like 80 more points scored than Aaron. So if Rick wins and beats Aaron, he's automatically getting the bye week. But even if if he wins, he gets the bye week. It's that simple. All right, let's see here. So yeah, all right. So that's 3 guys making the playoffs. All right. Now we got 3 spots left, and it's basically up for grabs between 4 guys. I don't want to discredit anybody, but it's really down to 4 guys that have the easiest road to getting in the playoffs. And that's me, Joe, Kenny, and Steve. Alright? So, I'm going to do this simple. I almost done a whole page here. Alright. If I beat, this week I'm playing Beef. If I beat Beef, I'm in. I got the most points scored in my division. If I get the win, I'm going to get in. And I'll beat out Joe and Steve. It's going to be that simple. If I lose, in order for me to get into the playoffs, Joe has to lose as well. Steve has to lose as well. And that's the only way I'll even have a shot to get in. Those guys both have to lose. If I lose, Joe has to lose and Steve has to lose. And I need to score a lot of points and a loss, basically, to have a chance of getting in. All right. Now, if I win and Joe wins, Steve has to lose and Adolfo has to lose. And both have to really tank on the points they put up that they put up in their games, in their losses, in order for Joe to get in. All right? So, that's if both of us win. Now, if I lose and Joe wins, Steve has to lose and Joe gets in. It's a simple one. And these are all 100% ones. I'm not doing, if this guy, it's, like I said, if I lose and Joe wins, Steve has to lose and Joe will get in. That's for sure. All right, so now if I win and Joe wins and Rick loses and Kenny loses, then 5 teams will be sitting at 7 and 6, and it'll come down to the most points scored. But like I already said, Rick, even if he loses, he's most likely getting against because of points scored. So that would mean that, me, Joe, Rick, Kenny, and Steve all at 7 and 6, which is hilarious. All right, now here. That's going to come down to the most points scored of all those guys. And it can go any number of ways. I could go on and talk about all the different ways where it's going to come down to most points scored. But from what I remember here, let's just look back at it. Kenny has the least amount of points scored in his division with 1,186.7. I mean, the next closest guy, Adolfo, in last place, has got 1,250. So he's got almost, 70, 80 points up on him. So it's like, it's gonna be interesting. So where was I at? All right, sorry for all the pauses. I didn't rehearse this like I usually don't. All right, so here, our old buddy Beef, Mr. Beef. If you watch this, I did some stats for you. All right, if you beat me this week and you put up the craziest points in the history of fantasy football, because right now you're sitting at 1,126, which is like second to last here, next to friggin' Danny. All right, I'm talking like throw up a mad-ass game. All right, and then if me and Joe and Steve and Adolfo all lose and put up really, really bad points and the worst points ever, then you have a chance to sneak into the playoffs. But I mean, it's a very small chance. It's little. So I'm sorry. Now, okay, here, Adolfo, you have to win as well, which you should. You're playing Danny. Sorry, Danny. You have to win. So, and then I have to lose, Steve has to lose, and Joe has to lose. And then you'll have a pretty good shot at getting into the playoffs. And you also, of course, have to put up good points in a win. Like, good points. Only guy here that doesn't have the smallest little shot getting into the playoffs, that's Danny, who is at 1-11. That's all I got. I hope everybody's having fun. It's gotten pretty nuts the last couple weeks. Busy holidays and stuff. Another reason why I really haven't had time to put out videos. But I really can't think of too much more to go over other than the fact that I'm done with these crazy trades that you like to send out, Danny. I know your team isn't doing good, and you're trying to get rid of everybody. Maybe think it's funny. I don't know, but if your current trade doesn't get vetoed, I'm going to veto it as commissioner. And as a matter of fact, I was talking about this with Rick today, that any trade that goes through where one guy is being given up for multiple guys, or even if one guy's being given up for, especially if it's a crappy player, I've let too much of this go on, and I can't do it anymore. Too many bad trades have happened, and I should have shut this down a while ago. So I'm calling on my commish powers, and it's that simple. Like, I'm serious. Like there's a trade up right now, and it's like, I don't even remember who it's for. It's terrible. It's like Fred Jackson for Wes Welker and Michael LeSure, and it's like Fred Jackson has less points than Michael Bashore, and he has less than Wes Welker. All right, and let alone both those guys, it's ridiculous. So I'm cutting out all the stupid trades. I'm taking my commission powers and I'm just going to shut it down. I don't fucking care. Yeah, other than that, it's playoff time, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the playoffs. And that's all I got. All right.